Pat, the storyline yesterday was taking the lessons from game one and transitioning into game two. How confident is this group that the lessons have stuck and you guys are ready to execute them?
Yeah, we are. We're ready to execute. I thought we did some good things too in game one. To be honest with you, I think just for us, we weren't sharp for 5 minutes, and then we got back on our toes again, and we were doing some good things. That first period was really good for us. So, we just got to take the bad, what happened in the second and third, and learn from it. The thing is, they're easy fixes, and we're confident in that. So we're excited for tonight. That came up. Now we got to focus on what's going to happen tonight.
How do you generate more offense in the later periods? Because you guys, as you mentioned, did a good job in the first period.
Yeah, we did. For one, we got to stay out of the box. We're not going to get momentum by any means if we're in the box the whole game. So I think that's what kind of hurt us the last game one. We took way too many penalties, and if you want our 5-on-5 game to generate some offense, we got to stay out of the box, and that's the most important thing we have to focus on tonight. And our PK guys, some of them play on the power play, so we're overworking them when we shouldn't be overworking them. And especially at this time of year, some guys are extending their shifts, so just got to find ways to focus on more 5-on-5 play. We know we can do it. They're a heck of a team over there, and they do a really good job of, get on the forecheck and rim pucks pass. So we got to sharp by breaking out cleaner than we did the other night. And if we break out clean and we use our speed, I think the offense will start to come together and everything will fall into place.
You talked about it yesterday, but keeping an even keel. Like how difficult is it to do that in the playoffs when the emotions are so high, and how important is it to not, feel like it's the end of the world when you've lost one?
Yeah, like you said, you have to keep it even here. You can't. There's going to be rides in the game where you're up and everyone's excited, and then there's going to be lows and everyone's down. But for us, you just got to stay even. You got to remember that anything can happen, with the lead or not. You got to find ways to keep doing the same thing that got you there, and keep generate that offense, and keep just finding ways to not turning pucks over, because honestly, it's a huge thing in the playoffs. No pucks, especially at our blue line and certainly their blue line. So we got to find ways to not get their offense going, because they do have a really good forecheck and they know what they're doing, and they're a good hockey club over there. So we just got to play simple and do the thing that what got us here. Nothing's changed. It's game 84. Just because it's a playoffs, everyone, the intensity does ramp up, but you don't want to get too excited. You don't want to go out there and get the big hit. Just get on the forecheck and have fun. And if the hit's there, it's a hit's there. But just got to continue with it, stick with it. It's game one. That's over with. Now we got to focus on what's going to happen tonight, and hopefully the guys are ready. And I think we're all confident in here and excited to play.
How anxious are you to do this?
No, it's been working good.
Did you see him get energized after he scored that goal?
Yeah, I think everybody did get a lot of energy from that goal. It was a big goal for us. we started the game really good. He started the game really good, so it was carried over to all of other 20 guys. So it was fun to watch.
You took a maintenance day yesterday. Are you just the usual bumps and bruises, or what?
Yeah, I'm 100% today. Just needed that. Obviously, it's playoff time, and it's gonna take a lot if you're gonna sit out in the playoffs. So it's I'm feeling 100% today, so I'm just ready to go.
For all the guys in here who didn't have any playoff games and then got their first one the other night, you've had a few. How fast do you think they can absorb what happened and what has to change, what modifications need to go on? How fast is that possible, do you think?
I think it's nice for everybody to get the first out of the way. It doesn't matter if you played for 20 years, and playoffs still going to be an exciting time for you. And I had a lot of butterflies here last night during the day, and I think as soon as you get the first shift over, it's like every other game, but it's more intense, it's less space, and it's more physical. And I think you have to adjust to that. And I thought most of the guys did a really good job. Obviously, we lost, but we get the feel of it, and then we were ready to go tonight.
For you in that run, you had 5 games, but you were around a long playoff run. What were you able to take from that whole experience, despite the fact you weren't actually in the games?
It's the intensity of the game. I think that's what surprised a lot of guys in the playoffs. Obviously, it's like I said, it's more physical, and being around the guys I was around was a learning experience for me too. We had a lot of experienced guys in that team, so it was, see how they handle themselves during the playoffs, before games, and all that was a really big key for me.
Adam, tonight's game starts at 8:30, a little later than even usual late games here. Does that change your day or make the day feel a little differently?
For sure, it makes it more boring during the day. I probably will sleep a little bit more. I won't change my routine, but I would just probably sleep an extra hour. It's obviously 8:30 is it's really late. Maybe 1 or 2 more coffees in here. So no, it's gonna be good. Anyways.
Do you feel it once the game starts?
How was the atmosphere out there?
Yeah, obviously the atmosphere with the fans and whatnot was great. Obviously the outcome wasn't what we wanted, but we can't be surprised at this point. No one's going away at any point in any game. So clean up some things here and get back on the right foot tonight.
Yesterday, the storyline was taking the lessons from Game 1, transferring them to tonight. How confident is this group that those lessons stuck and you guys are ready to execute at that point?
Yeah, I mean we've gotten ourselves to this point by playing the right way all year, and in a lot of ways let slip a little bit. Last game was last 2 periods, but no, we're definitely confident. Definitely a confident group. Obviously, they have a real good team on the other side, so it's going to take us sticking to our details for a full 60 minutes, not just 20, to get the right result tonight.
Well, what do you boil down in your own game to maybe focus on? I know there are a couple of goals against. It's not ideal, but small things to fix, or what do you, for you personally?
Yeah, just there's a couple small things. Obviously, you don't want to be on the ice when the other team scores, especially in important games like this. It's just minor things. Stick in the right position on the one, and just they're all things that I've done over the course of the year. So it's not foreign. Every once in a while, the other team's gonna make plays too. So just you park the last game and then just move on. Pardon? I think it's an important game for us. I'll leave it at that. I think for us, we got to go out there. Like I said before, it's it's a game we got to stick to our details and the way we're capable of playing for a full 60 minutes, not just in spots. So we just got to get back on the right foot. We're a very capable group in here. So and our confidence hasn't left. We just have to come out here and play a strong game.
Sharks like the way they played Thomas Riddle.
You're hoping to get your first taste of NHL playoff action tonight. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I mean, this time of the year is fun, so it's good. We have a good. We're healthy. We're playing. We just need to change a few things for the game tonight, but I think that we'll be ready.
What primarily needs to change?
I think that giving them 7 power plays is tough, not only for our goaltenders and our penalty killers, but it's tough for the other guys who don't get in there. They're sitting on the bench for a while, so that, and I think our shift lengths, and I think we'll be fine.
What did you take away from just watching the game and hoping that you can bring into it?
Well, it's a physical game. I think that's one thing that I definitely took away from it. But I mean, it's playoff hockey. You're not going to have cute plays out there. It's kind of chip off the boards, get the forecheck going, and make them make mistakes. So I think that's kind of what I took away, and I'm going to bring it tonight, hopefully.
I mean, I know this is a pretty close locker room.
Yeah.
Do you and Eric ever talk about, well, I wonder who's playing tonight? Because you've kind of been going in and out for each other.
Yeah, we talk. I mean, everyone in the room is good, and I think we've both been ready to go, and whether it's me or him, I think we both just work hard in practice and make it hard on the coaches to make a good decision.
As a local kid, I mean, now you've seen that crowd, you've heard that crowd. What do you think it's going to be like to get out there?
It's going to be exciting for sure. Just even last night, I mean, or 2 nights ago, it was crazy. So for me, it's just to kind of calm my nerves out there and take it shift by shift and just play a simple game.
Do you have anything you do to calm your nerves?
Yes and no. I mean, you kind of just go about your routine. You stick to your routine, regardless of what type of game it is, and then just keep the mood light. For me, I know some guys they like to stay focused, but for me, it's keeping it a little bit light. Thank you.
Did you go for a run in it this morning? Inside run, you softy.
Hi, Todd.
Good morning.
Just wondering if you can discuss any possible lineup changes for tonight, and if so, what impact you're hoping to have.
Well, if we make any, we'll be looking for some, a spark from some others. But often when you make lineup changes, you're not taking pieces of your core out at this time of the year, and the core really makes the difference when it's all said and done. So we'll consider lineup changes. We'll look for better play from guys that are playing 5, 6, 8 minutes a night, but we're also looking for better play from the 18 to 20 minute guys too.
Your team in game one, first playoff game in forever, play well for a while, then took a bunch of penalties and fell out of it a little. Then
a lot.
Last night Toronto and last night Calgary, exact same thing. Is there a parallel there?
Perhaps you could draw one. It's hard for me to speak on behalf of those other teams and what they're experiencing, the emotion level, but there is a pattern for the youthful teams, in the playoffs right now have made a few mistakes, and the savvy veteran teams have taken advantage of it. But for me, that's part of growing as a team. We're experiencing this for the first time in a decade, and first time as a group, and every win, loss, tie, whatever it is, teaches you a lesson, and we were taught one the other day. So can we fix some things and apply ourselves a little better for a full 60 minutes? That's what we're aiming to do. But at this time of the year, there's always another good team that gets in your way, so it's not going to be handed to you. You got to go earn it.
Todd, during the regular season, I don't know if you would agree with this, but you seemed to be a good bounce-back team. It was seldom where you'd have back-to-back ugly nights. What characteristic is it that you think creates that, and are you confident that'll be the...
I believe our group can come back with a better game. Again, some of the things that we discussed yesterday at our gathering have to be repaired or it won't get better. And then there's some things we have to improve on, certainly in our own zone and coming out of our end, that will allow us to get a little momentum ourselves going the other way. But I'm confident our group can do that.
Todd, how much attention are you paying to warm-ups and whether Joe Thornton is out there or not, and how does not knowing whether he's in the lineup for that game affect your preparation?
Plan every day like he is. Again, being around him, Joe's about as old school as they get. He didn't play in game number 1. He's hurt. He's not bumped or bruised. He's hurt. I watched him play with a separated shoulder against Vancouver a number of years ago in the playoffs. Broken fingers, and if he's not playing, he's hurt. But we still plan every day like he is.
Todd, Connor usually doesn't take the optionals. He was out there today. He talked a little bit about the late start being part of it, but also just sensed he really wants to get back on the ice. Feels that he specifically didn't have the game he wanted. What do you expect from McDavid, and what do you think of when you have a guy like that who gets on the ice just raring to go?
Well, each player at this point in the season makes his own decisions on what he needs. Whether it's a skate in the morning or not, and that goes for guys that are in and out of the lineup as well. They have to be ready to go. They make their own personal decisions, and I wouldn't read into a lot of Connor skating or Desharnais not skating or anything like that. I think that's a very old school of thought, going back many years ago. Players are different now. Get ready to play and show up. The fact that he wants to be better isn't a surprise. I didn't think he was awful. I didn't think their line was effective, though, and the group of them has to get better.
What specific about their line led to the ineffectiveness in your mind?
Well, they need to do a few things better. They're aware of what they have to improve on. Pardon me? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Are we good? Okay. See you tonight.
Pete, what did you think of your power play in Game 1?
You know what? There's some good stuff. I thought we created some chances. I don't think it's where we want it to be yet, but I thought there were some good signs, and you know there was some. We had some good opportunities. We had some pucks inside at the net we just couldn't find, but it's heading in the right direction.
Are you at least pleased that with the amount of penalties you were able to draw? It seemed to be, you know, you weren't drawing too many there towards the end of the regular season.
Yeah, you know, I think usually that's a factor in your 5-on-5 play, you know, and you know I think when you're controlling the puck and you have the puck and you're attacking, you're drawing more penalties. So you know I think that's usually a good symptom that we're playing well 5-on-5 when we are drawing penalties.
Pete, I just want to ask you the daily Joe Thornton update. How's he doing today? And
who's that?
Joe Thornton. How's he doing today?
Same, you know, day to day skating. Nothing else. Yeah.
And the bearing of Game 1, like you said yesterday, it makes there's no makes no difference whether he plays tonight or not.
No difference. No. I've said all along. He's going to decide when he's ready to play and help us, and where the series is at, you know, will have no bearing on that. When he says go, he's in.
Pete, what was your evaluation of Patrick Marleau in Game 1? Obviously, it's not necessarily his natural position, but what did you think of?
He did a great job. You know, I mean, you got you not many teams you can take out Joe Thornton out of your lineup or their version of Joe Thornton and you know still survive. And we have that luxury. We've got guys that can play different positions. You know, we're built more the sum of our parts than we are about individual players. And you know, Doug's made a real effort from day one I got there to get that type of depth. And you know, I feel that if there is a team out there built to handle this type of a guy out of the lineup, we're it.
What did you think when you woke up this morning and looked out your window?
I love it. You know, you know, obviously I'm Canadian from Ontario and not used to seeing snow in April, but I love it. I think the passion in the city is great. I actually walked home from the rink on game day the other day, and I stopped at a hot dog vendor on the way home, and he had his Edmonton Oilers gear on, and he didn't recognize me, but he had said that it's the first time he had taken it out of the garage in 11 years, and he was pumped right up. You know, it's a great environment. It's great. It's what hockey's all about.
What about Joel Ward? He scored a very big goal, and he threw at least one real playoff hit.
Yeah.
This his time of year?
This is his time of year. He's. I don't think that's an accident. I said that last year, and you know, we Doug and the staff put a lot of thought. You know, when we were acquiring guys or signing guys into guys that have a history of playing this time of year and finding another level. And Joel's done that his whole career. Well, I mean, puck possession face-offs is always an important stat. You know, it hasn't been a strength of ours all year. I don't think Edmonton's a great face-off team either. So, you know, I think it kind of evens it out. But, you know, obviously you want to start with the puck as much as you can. And, you know, I thought we had some good efforts in the face-off circle, especially from guys like Hurdle and Marleau.
Can you just comment on Logan Couture and what he's playing through and how inspiring that is for your team?
Well, I mean, you know, I said yesterday, you know, it's a gutsy, gritty effort. You know, if you could see inside what he's dealt with the last 2 or 3 weeks, you know, with the injury and the extent of it, you know, the fact that he's out here and playing and that I played him over 20 minutes last game, you know, is a testament to him and his courage. You know, and we're not the same team without him, and with Jumbo out, you know, if we didn't have Logan, you know, you'd start to definitely be a different team. So, you know, the fact that he's out here and doing what he's doing for us is critical to us having any success.
Coach, teams that go up 2-0 in a series go on to win 86% of the time. Do you guys have the feeling that if you win tonight, it might not be over, but you would have this thing in a depth?
I never get that far ahead, and I don't like analytics that much. So, you know, we won one game. We're going to go out here tonight and try and win game 2. And that's as far as I'll go with that. Okay?
How